Thank you for attending North Jersey Federal Credit Union's Hometown Buyer Seminar. Today we're going to provide a lot of informative information to get you started on your home buying process. We have someone here who's going to tell you about. Thank you for attending North Jersey Federal Credit Union's Hometown Buyer Seminar. Today we're going to provide a lot of informative information to get you started on your home buying process. We have someone here who's going to tell you about a credit union, what the benefits of joining the credit union are. We also have a realtor here. We have our mortgage people here. But we're going to provide you with a lot of information to prepare you. We also have our finance person who is here, who is going to give you some tips on what to do for your home buying process. This morning, we're going to start off with our North Jersey Federal Credit Union employee, Monique Scott, who is going to give you information regarding what a credit union is and how to become a member of a credit union. So right now, we're going to welcome Monique.
Thank you, Kim. Hi, I'm Monique. I'm Monique in the Business Development Department. I just want to go over the credit union a little bit. The credit union was established in 1936, and we are a nonprofit organization here to service your financial needs. We have products and services that cater to our community. We have different ways that you can join the credit union. You can visit any of our 3 branches, Elmwood Park, Newark, and Totowa. You can apply for membership online, or you can actually join through your SED group with a visit from me. If you have any questions on joining the credit union and any of our products and services, you can reach me at 973-785-9200. My extension is 3365. Again, my name is Monique from North Jersey Federal Credit Union. Thank you.
Okay, so now we're going to introduce to you Louis Zuniga, who is our financial planning expert, who is going to help you with letting you know what your next step should be when you are in the process of buying a home. So right now we're going to introduce Louis.
Thank you so much, Kim. And thank you to everyone who's watching. My name is Louis Zuniga, and I'm going to talk to you about the initial planning phase when you're going to buy a home or when you're going to reach any other financial goal. So I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. We're going to be going over how money works in a very brief and quick presentation. And just so that you know, my name, as I mentioned, is Louis Zuniga. I'm a proud husband and father of 6 children. So definitely a lot of planning that's required in raising a family of that size. As you can see here, I lead a team who currently have over 15 licensed agents who work with over 250 families and helping them reach their financial goals. I'm a volunteer boxing coach as well, and was formerly the president of a boxing club in Passaic, New Jersey. And I'm also a Cowboys fan. Is not usually the most popular thing to say here at the North Jersey Federal Credit Union. what we do is we take an approach where we sit down with you and help educate you on how to achieve an overall strategy that's going to help you accomplish your goals. And last but not least, we need a clear picture of where we stand today. And it's so important to know before you start heading out on your goal, you know, where we are today, and that's pretty much what we're going to cover in today's presentation. Now, some of the financial challenges today is exactly what we're seeing. I think through the last couple of days and weeks, we've been seeing a lot more of these kind of stand out in our society. It says here that 49% of Americans today feel anxious or fearful about their current financial well-being. Here, buying a home may require a substantial amount of savings, and it's one of the things that really holds people back. You know, sometimes we think about buying a home or think about a big purchase, and we kind of give up before we even get started, before having all the facts on hand. Okay, the consumer debt is pretty high, and one of the things that is encouraging is that we find that clients that have a financial plan are 60% have 60% more assets than clients without a financial plan. So one of the things that we're going to cover is the reasons why people don't do well financially. Number one is a failure to plan properly. So we firmly believe that people don't plan to fail, they just fail to plan. Number two is uninformed, a lack of information or education. So one of the things that happens is that we go through school and then we go into the workforce, but we never really get a financial education on how things work really. I remember being 18 or 19 and getting my first paycheck, you know, and being so excited calculating how much I was making per hour. And the first thing I saw when that paycheck arrived in my hands was all these deductions that came out. You know, I started seeing taxes getting pulled out, and I never really learned how those things worked in school, and it took me a while on how to inform myself then. Okay, the third reason is really being misinformed and listening to the wrong people. Okay, we have to ask ourselves where most people get their financial advice. And usually it's not from people who are doing much, much better than them. So it's good that you're logging on and you're searching the information from the experts. And so we just want to thank you one more time for coming on. What's the first step in the plan? See, if I invited you over to my office or to my house, and I just gave you an address, the first thing you would do when you reached your car is probably put that address into a GPS, right? And the thing is that it's so easy to do that nowadays because all of us have that in our smart devices and our smartphones. But I think that if you're old enough, or at least as old as I am, you could remember a time when GPSs weren't so readily available. And what happened back then is you either had a map, or you went out to MapQuest and you printed your route out before you set off on your trip. And often it kind of led to to some fights in the car of where you were going. Maybe you had to stop at a gas station. But the point is that it took us much longer to arrive at our destinations because we didn't have a plan that told us where to make turns every step of the way. Nowadays, GPSs are so advanced that they'll tell you where traffic is, where the police officers are, even where the potholes are, right, on the way to your destination. What we say is that shouldn't we have the same thing for your money and for your financial goals? Right? So we come up with something, and this is one of the biggest areas in how I help people achieve their financial goals is through something called the financial needs analysis. The financial needs analysis is customized, complementary, right? Because you're doing it through the North Jersey Federal Credit Union, and it shows you exactly where you are now, and based on what your goals are, it shows you the fastest way on how to reach them. Right? Shouldn't everybody have a financial needs analysis or a financial plan, especially if your goal is to buy a home and then to achieve other goals on top of that? Right? So who could benefit the most from a financial GPS? I know when I first saw this a couple of years back, I felt like my income was always right here, and back then I was working a job where I wasn't exactly, I didn't feel like I was making my what I should have been making, and my expenses were right above here, right below my income. So I felt kind of trapped. So one of the biggest ways that I benefited from this opportunity was having a financial needs analysis done for myself, and now I've been able to share that with so many other people that have had tremendous success with this process. Okay, so what will the FNA do? It serves as a step-by-step guide that shows you how to reach your most important goals, including buying a home. It identifies opportunities to save significantly on financial products that you may already be paying. You know, one of the things that we do is, you know, I have a great success story that unfortunately couldn't be here with us during this taping, but a person that I met through one of these seminars back in November, who we sat down with and helped her save over $1,700 a year on auto and renter's insurance alone. So that freed up all that money to then go into a savings that's going to allow her to buy a home this year, you know, when she initially thought it was going to take her over 2 years to save for that same home. So that's a pretty big deal. It also identifies potential bumps in the road. One of those bumps is usually, I mean, we were talking right before the taping today, is the insufficient savings that people have nowadays, right? And, you know, to be a little bit more on a serious note, you know, we're going through some pretty tough times, you know, especially with the news and everything that's happening right now with, you know, potentially having to miss work or miss some types of wages. And without a sufficient savings in place, it makes it all the more scary, you know, to think about not having an income coming in. So one of the things that we help do is set up emergency accounts, short-term accounts, and then long-term accounts, you know, that show people how to feel more secure within their own financial household. Okay, we teach people about how money works and how to make your money work for you. Guys, we've been working for money, if you're like me, for the last 20 years, right? And we're always taught how to work for money, but we're seldom taught how to make money work for us. So one of the most profound financial principles that I've learned and I've been able to teach people is something called the Rule of 72. Now, you may or may not have heard about this rule, but I can assure you that you're either using it for yourself or it's being used against you in some cases. One of the things that you want to know is how long it's going to take your money to double based on where you're putting it. Okay, so if you look right behind me, the Rule of 72 tells you exactly how long it's going to take for your money to double. So if you have it in, let's say that you had $10,000 today in an account that's going to grow at a rate of 3% yearly. All you do is divide 72 by that rate of return, and as you can see, 72 divided by 3 is 24. That means it's going to take 24 years for your money to double just one time. Okay? As you can see here, 48 years later, you'll be at about $40,000, and I know that you'll agree with me that it's very hard to retire with $40,000 in your account. Okay, at 6%, your money is now going to double every 12 years. But if you look here at 12%, okay, your money now doubles every 6 years. And you'll agree with me that there's a big, big difference between $2.5 million and $40,000. Now, you started out with the same amount of money. The only difference is who you sat down with that showed you how to maximize the return on that money and how to make that money grow for you. Okay, so that's one of the things that we definitely sit with people and show them how to do that. Okay, so the number one thing that you want to do from this seminar and this online meeting that we're having today is take action. You know, don't let maybe something that may be stopping you in your head, you know, keep you from contacting one of us today. We have an incredible team of individuals here today that will talk to you about the different needs you have and different parts of that team that you need when buying a home. So I encourage you to reach out to the North Jersey Federal Credit Union, reach out to one of us, and definitely reach out to me. I'll make sure that my information is forwarded over to the NJFCU, and for all of those watching, you can reach me at my cell phone. It's 862-571-2894. Once again, that's 862-571-2894, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you may have about any of the info that we went over today. Thank you so much for having me, and we'll see you soon.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Larson with East Coast Capital. We work in conjunction with the North Jersey Federal Credit Union, and we're going to be speaking today about getting you into a home, helping you buy your first home, helping show you how different financing options work. It's one of the largest purchases you'll ever make. So, you know, it's something that we're going to talk about and have some fun with. There's a lot of uncertainty going on in today's market, but you know, we're happy that you logged in. We're happy that you're here with us to learn how to buy a home, how the credit union can help you with that, how we can assist you with the different products that we have, and show you how to do this. It's not as scary as you think. We're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about the company, what we do, the market, buying versus renting a home, and different things associated with how to get a pre-approval. We have a real estate agent here that's going to talk about the role of the real estate agent and how they fit in, and what our commitment to you is. The mortgage team consists of myself and my associate, Karen Jones. We work, again, together with the North Jersey Federal Credit Union, and we handle mostly the FHA type of loans for them. They actually have other products available through the credit union that you should talk to them about. East Coast Capital is a full-service mortgage financing firm, and we deal with all different types of lending. We handle all different types of credit, so we can help you regardless of your situation. Obviously, everybody's is different, so we encourage you to get with us if you have any questions about that. Let's talk a little bit about the market. As we mentioned earlier, and as a lot of people are experiencing right now, is that it's uncertain times. We certainly understand that. We're excited that you logged in, you're taking a look at this. Some of us might be stuck at home against our will, but that's okay. Take a look at what's going on now. There's a lot of uncertainty, but the market for mortgages is good. We're going to show you why, okay? The rates right now are at historic lows, okay? And owning real estate has proven to be a successful strategy for financial health. Lewis talked about it earlier, about the savings accounts and things like that. But we're going to talk to you a little bit about getting out of the apartment that you're in or wherever you're living and get into a home of your own, okay? Because it's something that is exciting. You can spread your wings a little bit. A lot of low down payment programs available. In some instances, there's no down payments. So it's not as scary as you think, okay? So we encourage you to investigate it. What we do also is we educate, okay? We're educating buyers on the different products and the different strategies that are available. Because the idea is to make this so that it's something that you can actually do, okay? We want you to feel that you can accomplish this. So we're going to talk about exactly how to do that. As I mentioned before, mortgage rates are historically low. If you look at the history between 1971 and today, they spiked up in the 80s, but we're at literally an all-time low here, and it's going to continue to go lower with the uncertain times that we're in. I wouldn't necessarily stare at your 401k at this point, but the good news is that the mortgage rates are responding by going lower, which helps you buy a home. Which gets me to my next point: why should you purchase a home? Well, typically it's cheaper than renting. Rents out there are quite high. There's a lot of advantages versus renting. You control the property. It is yours. I don't know if you've ever had to deal with something where you had to put a nail in the wall to hang up something in your current apartment, and you got a hard time from your landlord. So we don't want to get involved in that. And you really just want to get rid of your landlord because it's something that's that you can call your own. There's a lot of advantages of renting versus buying. Let's go through a couple of them right now. With renting, you can never take advantage of the higher values. There's typically smaller space, okay? You cannot personalize the space. There's limited privacy. When you buy your own home, a lot of those issues are resolved. Real estate typically appreciates in value. There's a larger space for you to work with. You can control everything that's going on there. And here's the key: 99% of the mortgages that we deal with right now are fixed rates. Okay, so there's certainty of payment. Your payments aren't going to go up. So that's exciting. I'm sure the question that you're all asking yourself right now: are you ready to purchase? Okay. Well, what do I need to do to get financed? How do I qualify for a mortgage? Well, there's a couple things you need. You need a steady income stream. Okay. You need to pay your bills on time. You need to have basically low to moderate debt. Your down payment can be anywhere from 3 to 3.5%. There are closing costs associated with it. And basically what the mortgage company wants to know more than anything is your ability to repay that mortgage. So as long as we can show them that you have the ability to repay the mortgage, we can qualify you for a loan, which is exciting, okay? And now there are certain aspects of getting a mortgage that might be frightening for some people, and there might be something that's holding you back as to why you don't think you can get financed. And one of the big things on people's mind is their credit, okay? Is my credit good enough? Am I paying my bills on time, but I don't even know what my scores are. So let's take a look at the credit for a second. This is what makes up a credit score. And basically it's the different aspects of your credit profile that generates the score. And 30% of it is the amount that you owe it. So if you have high balances on credit cards, okay, that's going to count for 30% of your score. 35% is your payment history, okay? So obviously you want to pay your bills on time. 10% is due credit, and then you have 15% is how long you've had credit. So you always want to keep the credit open. Even if you're not using certain cards, you don't want to close those because your credit profile could suffer from that if you're closing cards down that you're not using. So just keep them open and maybe use them once in a while. And then the last 10% is the mix of credit. So credit is important, but obviously your income and your other aspects of your profile are as well. So one of the things that you might want to consider also is the property that you're looking for, okay? So what type of properties are you considering? Are you considering a single family, a condo, a multi-unit? What neighborhood do you want to be in? What's the school systems look like? Location of commuting. It might be a great house, but it's on a terrible street or something like that. So you got to keep that in mind. And in order to assist you with that, you definitely want to work with a quality real estate agent. The real estate agent really is the quarterback of the transaction. So they're going to coordinate, they're going to educate you about the market, they're going to analyze everything you need, coordinate with other professionals, negotiate on your behalf, and it's something that we can assist with. We can refer you to a quality agent and show you what that's about. They review the paperwork, solve any problems that may arise. Actually, we have a real estate agent with us right now that's going to come up and talk to you a little bit about that. I'd like to.
Hi, I'm Jocelyn, your realtor with the Jocelyn Russo Group of Coldwell Banker. Thank you so much for having me here for your virtual home buying seminar. I'm so excited that you've taken the first step to buying a home. There's a lot that goes into it, but I'm going to quickly go over a couple of the main things that you need to know about buying a home. So I'm going to go through with you the 5 steps that you need to make sure that you do. So the first step is choose the right realtor. Hopefully you choose us to work with. You want someone who's knowledgeable, has local expertise and experience so they know what you're doing. One of the things that we do huge, that we really make sure that we take care of you step by step. So explaining everything. We do a buyer consultation so you understand exactly what it takes to buy a home in today's market. The second thing you want to do is get pre-approved. Work with your lender, just like the credit union, and get yourself ready to go with your pre-approval. The third step is make sure you have the right team behind you. That includes your attorney, your realtor, hopefully us, your lender, your home inspector, your insurance agent. Everybody needs to work together. Make sure that you have a great team behind you because you really have to make sure that every step of the way is thought about and with spending it with someone who knows what they're doing. The fourth thing to finding your perfect home is figure out what it is that you want. When you get pre-approved, you're going to get a great lender to give you a pre-approval letter, and then you can go shopping. So that's one of the things I'm going to show you today is what going shopping looks like. So I'm going to share my screen here, and I'm going to go through with you how to shop for a home. So first of all, your agent's website is the best place to start. Ours is JocelynSellsNJ.com. I'll have all that information for you a little later, but you want to make sure that the website that you're looking at, Homes, has the map of where the home is located and tons of information. Zillow, Trulia, and Realtor.com are a great place to start, but they don't always have the most accurate information. So you want to make sure that you do have the accurate information. You can go to Coldwell Banker Homes, and then I love this, your home preference worksheet. We can give you this today, so just contact me if you're interested, and this will go through all the different features that a home has, and you can circle and figure out what is most important. And tip number 5 for buying a house is you need a guide. So you're going to want to ask us about our things to consider when buying a home guide, and this is going to go through everything, what's happening in the housing market, what you need to know before you buy, and what to expect when buying a home. So if you want your copy of our free e-guide, please contact me today. I can't wait to help you and get you your home. So let me get you our information here. And we can't wait to help you. So JocelynSellsNJ@gmail.com. Give me a call at 973-321-6033, or you can Google search me at Jocelyn Russo Realtor. You can follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. We're all over the place. Just make sure that you give us a call so we can strategize and build a plan for you to help you find the perfect home. We'll talk to you soon, and we look forward to working together. Have a great day.
Okay, great. So we heard about what the real estate agent can do for you. It's very, very important that you associate yourself with someone who knows the market of wherever you're looking, because they have the knowledge of the market. They know the school systems. They understand the different neighborhoods. There's different taxes in different towns. Some towns might be higher taxes than others, so it's very important. So keep that in mind, and Marion can help you out with that. Types of loans, let's talk about that a little bit. Conventional versus FHA versus VA, USDA. There's a lot of different options out there. It really will depend upon your own specific needs and what you're looking to do. So on the conventional end, a lot of times the North Jersey Federal Credit Union can handle some of those loans for you. Where we step in is we help you, we assist you with the FHA and VA type of financing, USDA. One of the other areas is a rehab loan. You may have found a home that's on the perfect street in the perfect town, but wow, does it need help. Those kitchens and bathrooms are nothing really to be desired. So if you run into something like that, we have the ability to lend you money not only on the purchase of the home, but also on the rehab of that home, so that we can put the new kitchens in there and you can put the new bathrooms, siding, roof, whatever it needs, so that you have the ability to customize that home to your wants and needs, and to assist you with getting into a house that you want. Also, sometimes it's easier to find those homes because nobody really wants to buy them if they're not in moving condition. So keep that in mind. We also handle reverse mortgages, and reverse mortgages is essentially for the older population. You have to be 62 or older to qualify for those, and it allows you to essentially take a mortgage out on a home with the option of not making a mortgage payment every month. So those are very popular now to help people to basically live a lifestyle in the retirement. Let's talk a little bit about an attorney. Do you need an attorney? Well, buying a piece of real estate is the largest investment that you'll ever make. So I would highly recommend getting an attorney that understands real estate. You definitely want somebody who's familiar with real estate and who works in real estate, because it's a specialized area. Okay, so they will help you to negotiate different things and leave the details to the professionals, because really, when it comes to the contract and things like that, they can protect you and they can assist you in doing that. So if you don't identify those specialists, we have people that we can refer you to help you out with that. Let's talk a little bit about pre-qualification versus pre-approval. There's a big difference. Pre-qualification really just means that I've taken a look at your credit, your income seems okay, I can send you a pre-qualification letter, which really doesn't mean much. Pre-approval, on the other hand, is where you actually go through the process of verification of those documents, where you have pay stubs, W-2s, bank statements, whatever it is that the underwriter is requiring to get you that loan, and that has been reviewed, and you have been truly pre-qualified. So that when you're out there looking at a house, let's say $200,000 to $300,000 or whatever price range you're in, you have complete confidence that it's something that you can afford. Your real estate agent that you're working with is confident that you can afford to purchase this home, so nobody's wasting each other's time, and you're out there with a smile on your face, looking at homes, and knowing that you have the ability to purchase something. So pre-approval is something that we highly recommend. The real estate agents aren't going to take you out unless you are pre-approved, because they don't want to waste their time. And also the other thing is it identifies the price range that you're in. So if you're looking at $400,000 homes, and then you find out that you're only approved for $250,000, guess what $250,000 home is going to look like versus a $400,000 home? It's not going to be pretty. So make sure you know what price range you're in, and make sure you know how that works. Okay? Let's talk a little bit about the application process. How do you get pre-approved? Okay? You sit down with one of our representatives, and you complete an application, and we go through all the different information that is available, your personal information, your job history, and things like that. And we gather all that information, and you provide us with the documents that are needed, and essentially that is just the application process. We put it through the underwriting, and then you get your pre-approval. Okay? Here's typically what the documents that you're going to need. 2 forms of ID, 30 days of pay stubs, W-2s, your bank statements, pretty standard stuff. Okay? Attorney and insurance agent information. Again, if you don't have those yet, identified yet, it's no problem. But the documents are pretty simple. And let's start wrapping this up here. What is our commitment to you? You're going to have a single point of contact throughout your entire process for the home buyer. So you will reach out to whoever you're working with on a constant basis. If you have any questions, they'll be able to answer them for you. Email, text, whatever it is. We're committed to taking this from a scary idea to, hey, I can actually do this. Because buying a home is exciting. Yeah, it's nerve-wracking, but it's more exciting than anything else. And to think that you're out there shopping for a home, knowing that you can afford it, it's pretty cool. So our commitment is to help you get into that mindset that you can actually do this. What you want to do next is visit with us and contact us to complete the application, to get pre-qualified, to take a look at your credit. If credit is an unknown, we highly recommend that you take a look at the credit as soon as possible, because if there are issues on there, we can assist you in helping get some of that stuff straightened out, get your credit scores to where they need to be, and get you into a situation where you can buy your first home. We're excited that you're here with us, taking a look at this, and we're going to help you. We're going to help you every step of the way. If you have any questions, my name again is Rob Larson. I'm with East Coast Capital, and my phone number is 201-376-0300. And I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have. And just remember, the only thing you have to lose at this point is your landlord. So I appreciate you logging in. I appreciate you taking the time to visit with us today, and hope to speak with you soon. Thank you.